Good day, everyone. Um, in today's lesson, we shall be taking verbs, types, and forms. And our lesson objectives by the end of the lesson, students should be able to identify the class and classify verb into lexical verb, main verb, or auxiliary verbs, transitive, intransitive, and the likes. And students should be able to differentiate between regular and irregular verbs and correctly state their bits form, past and past participle forms. Students should be able to construct sentences using the four verb aspects: the simple, the continuous, the perfect, and perfect continuous accurately. Um, Students should be able to apply all these forms in examinations. So let's go. What is the meaning of verbs? Verb is a word that expresses action. It expresses state of being. It expresses occurrence, happen, break. It's express possession, to have, to own. Okay, these are the um, um, these are the meaning of verb. So verb is not just an action word, it's not just a doing word, but it's also a word to express state of being of a thing, is a word to express occurrence of an action, is a word to explain or express possession of an item or an object, or who possess what. Okay, but please, I'm not saying that verb is a pronoun so that you will not be misconceptualize it. So verb has the word have is used to express the possession, as we can see. So verb is very important and is most important element in a sentence. Okay, because it determines the tense, agreement, the voice, and the aspects. So we can see examples here. Students are reading. She has finished. The man owns the house. All right. So here we have here the auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are the helping verb. They help the main verb to express the tense, to express an aspect, to express the voice or the mood. All right. So here are some of the primary auxiliary verbs. Our primary auxiliary verbs are the be, verb to be, that is um, uh, it can be in continuous tense or in passive terms. So our verb to be, we have them as the is, the was, the are, the am, the were, and the are. Okay, and our verb to have is also a primary auxiliary verb. Our have and as, and the past form of it, that had. Okay, and our verb to do emphasizes what? It emphasizes, it's lay emphasis on something, then it's also, it is used for questions and it is used for negative or negation in a sentence, to negate a sentence in a negative way. Okay. Um you can see here we have an example here. She's reading. The food was eaten, the participle form, just as I have explained. They have finished is expressed in a perfect form. He did not go. That is the not. This is what I am saying. Did is used plus not to make a negative tense statement. Sorry. Then we have a modal auxiliary verb. A modal auxiliary verb is another aspect of verb. Like we said we have the primary auxiliary verb, and this is another type of verb, the modal auxiliary verbs. So the modal auxiliary verbs, they are used to express ability. We can see can and could. They are used to express permission. You can see may and might. They are used to express obligation, must, should. They are used to express our future action, possibility, to give advice as well. So here are the examples. So if I say he did went, like it's wrong, but the correct tense is he did go. Okay. Now we have here some of the examples you can play with, play around with. So she can swim to express ability. She must obey. It might rain. These are important rules that must be obeyed for a modal auxiliary verbs. All right, we have our transitive and intransitive verbs. We have the transitive and intransitive verbs. So, please, if you still remember the types of verbs we we are talking about, we're talking about the our action verbs, that is our action verbs, our lexical verb, and there we have the verb to be, the verb to have, the verb to do, and then we have our modal auxiliary verb, which is the second one, and then we have the primary auxiliary verb and the modal auxiliary verb. So this is the B and the C aspect, the third one, which is the transitive and intransitive verbs. So the transitive verbs, are the verbs that require objects. Okay, like we are saying now, she killed the snake. The snake there is the object. He bought a car. The car is the object that receives the what? The verb bought. Okay. Now we have the intransitive verbs. Intransitive verb has to do with objects. They do not take objects, sorry, they do not take objects. And where we see the baby cried, the sun rises, example, she runs, is an intransitive. Then she runs accompanying. The accompanying is receiving the run, the verb of the run, that is transitive. Okay, then we have the linking copular verbs. It expresses conditions. It expresses conditions. So these are verbs that are used to express condition. They link the subject to the complement. All right. She is beautiful. The food tastes good. He becomes angry. You can see those highlighted words are the linking the coupler verbs. All right. We have here as these are some of the activities that I have given you, so you can take your time to look at it one after the other. Just take your time, look at it one after the other, so that we can. All right, so you can practice on your own. You can practice all this on your own. All right, these are activities for you that will help you learn better. All right, so please just take your time, learn through the activities. I want you to see, okay, here are the activities for you. So you can practice it on your own. So we have seen the types of verbs, as action or lexical verbs, and we have mentioned the lexical verb, our verb to be, verb to have, verb to do, our auxiliary verbs, which are the primary auxiliary, the modal auxiliary. We have seen the transitive and the intransitive verb, as well as the copular, linking or copular verbs. Now we are going to look at the forms of verbs. What are the forms of verbs? So we have every verb has five major forms. Okay, we have it as the base, our past participle, present participle, and third person singular. So we go learn it. We have them in here. We have the regular and irregular type. Okay, so we can check through and see. So the type of verb, be it regular or irregular, determines the forms at times. At times there are some verbs that takes three forms, and other goes for five forms. Okay, I just want to make it so snappy because of the time, and I don't want to make this video too long. So we have these non-finite verbs. We have this gerund verb. We have the non-finite verbs. It's just okay. We have the regular, irregular. We have our non-finite verbs. We have our non-finite verb examples of the non-finite verb is the infinite form, the gerund form, the participles. Okay, these are the aspects of verbs. What are the aspects of verbs? These are the aspects of verb, the simple aspects where we have the verb plus verb and subject plus verbs. All right, go learn it. Continuous, progressive aspect. Here are the examples. Here is the perfect aspect and the perfect continuous aspect. And we have the tense here, we have the table here to to explain it in details. And we have our common errors in JAMB or WAEC where people may, may be may fall victim of errors. Okay, so here we have our activity. We always give you activities at the end of the class. So please, because of the time, I don't want it to be too long. So please just take your time to go over it. See you in class. Like and share my video and drop your comments. Thank you.